I'm John Weston, Member of Parliament for West Vancouver, Sunshine Coast, Sea to Sky Country. My favorite vehicle has two wheels. I'm grateful to live in Canada, and I'm very grateful to play the role I do as a Member of Parliament for West Vancouver, Sunshine Coast, Sea to Sky Country, which many people call the most beautiful place on earth. I go back and forth regularly, making sometimes 40 trips in a year between the riding and Ottawa. That's a 5-hour plane flight. And then within the riding you have Whistler, Squamish, you have a part of North Vancouver, Sunshine Coast, Powell River, and of course West Vancouver. That's a lot of travel. And like many professions, I found that the work didn't necessarily lead to a very healthy lifestyle. So I harken back to a day when I was on one of those flights, flying economy as I do to save taxpayers' money. And there I was next to Pierre Lafontaine, who was the coach of Canada's Olympic swim team. And we started talking about what would it take to make Canada the fittest nation on earth. Well, that's a big dream. That's a really big dream. In fact, Pierre combined with Phil Marsh, who is a running coach at the Running Room in Ottawa, and the two of them said, what if we got you parliamentarians to be more like good role models for healthy living? What I started was the Parliamentary Fitness Initiative. And we got members of parliament and senators to come together on a Tuesday, members of all parties, and they would run or walk together. Why is this a challenge? Why is this a problem? Well, believe it or not, even though we may live in the most beautiful place on earth, it's not the healthiest place on earth. In fact, young people, only 7% of them or less get 6 hours a week of physical activity. And that is a basic minimum recommended by Health Canada. Up to a third of our young people are overweight or obese. Well, this isn't a matter of how you look, it's a matter of health, it's a matter of fitness. In fact, people who are overweight or obese as a youth have 14 times the likelihood of a cardiac event by age 50. And you know what's really alarming from the economic side? Well, it costs some $7 billion a year for taxpayers to pay for the results in terms of diabetes and cardiovascular problems that flow from these issues. So what can you do as a parliamentarian? Well, part of it is in the legislature. And working with a female athlete of the 20th century, Senator Nancy Green-Rain, I introduced a bill to create National Health and Fitness Day. And you know what? We did it. With volunteers, with people across the country, supported by the Canadian Medical Association, the Heart and Stroke Foundation, Running Room, Canadian Tire, all sorts of private and public agencies that want to make Canada healthier. We were able to get all parliamentarians in both the Senate and the House of Commons to vote for that bill, which became law just before Christmas 2014. What does that do? Well, it calls upon our towns and our cities to make the first Saturday in June National Health and Fitness Day. And it's just grown and grown. Even before the bill passed, we had 150 cities that had proclaimed National Health and Fitness Day. And my dream? Well, my dream is to make health and fitness core to Canada's 150th anniversary celebrations, which are coming soon.